Good evening, this is Mrs. Thomas, and I'm your child's math and science teacher. If you're an in-school student, this is how your binder is supposed to be set up this year. If you're a virtual student, then you need to have your binder set up like your virtual teacher has asked you to. When you come back to school, then we will change yours to look like mine. First, in the pocket, the front pocket, you will find homework and at-home assignments. There is no need for you to go on Canvas for 4th grade math unless you're a virtual student, or if you are absent, or if for some reason we all have to go virtual. In-class students will have their paper copies given to them. Next, you will have your pencil pouch. In the pencil pouch, you will find their pencils, their erasers, their pencil sharpener, their earbuds, and their oops cards. Next is their homework assignment book. This is an assignment book that does not need to be signed by you, but it's a way for you to keep up with the students' assignments. So if they are Team Clinton, they will have homework on Monday and Tuesday. And if they are Team Eras, they should have it on Thursday and Friday. Next, you will find your Thomas Team Notes, Team Clinton or Team Eras, which will outline what we're doing each day in class. So this happens to be a Team Clinton, not Thomas Team Notes. So it shows what we're doing in class on Monday and what we're doing on class on Tuesday. Then, in math, then it also would show what they were doing in class Wednesday through Friday when they are at home. Same thing for science. If this had been a Team Arrows, it would have showed what they were doing in class on Thursday and Friday and what they were doing for their at-home assignments the following Monday through Wednesday. Not the Monday and Wednesday of that week. It needs to be the following Monday through Wednesday because I need to teach the skill first. All the at-home assignments will be there to reinforce the skills that I've already taught in class. So for Team Eras, I will teach on Thursday and Friday, then Monday through Wednesday of the following week will be their at-home assignments. Next is our warm-up. Day 1 and Day 2 is either worked on Monday or Thursday, depending whether you were Team Clinton or Team Eras. Day 3 and Day 4 is worked on Tuesday or Friday, depending on whether you're Team Clinton or Eras. The back has been an assignment to do on their day when they're at home. 1 through 3 has been on a paper copy. Starting with week 4, they will be working that in Edulastic for a grade. The next are all of their week warm-ups that have been run off for the rest of the 9 weeks. In case we had to go virtual, they would have these copies already made in their binder. Next, they will find their Thomas schedule if they are in my homeroom, or Nervis' schedule if they are in her homeroom. If you'll notice on our activity, it does not follow the same pattern each week. So you need to make sure that you check out when PE days are so they can wear their tennis shoes. And then you will find your student, teacher, parent compact that you signed and the behavior chart on the back for the different rules that we have in our classroom. Then they have 2 tabs. The first tab is the math tab, and all of our math worksheets will go in here. So if you have a question about a homework sheet and you don't understand, or the child does not understand how to work it, we have done the same type problems in class, so you will find the classwork already clicked in the binder. You'll find vocabulary. We have a multiplication book that I am reteaching them all their multiplication facts. Then you'll have the classwork on whatever skill that we're working on. And you'll find all of that in this section. Once we've taken a test, we will clean that section of the binder out so you'll know that whatever's in that section is what's going to be on the next test. So after our place value test, we will clean that whole section out, and the math section will be empty, and we'll start adding stuff when we start our new unit on addition and subtraction. When we get through that test, we will clean it out. So whatever's in the binder in the math section is always what's up to date and what we're learning and they're going to be tested on. Our daily grades look just like our study guides. Our study guides look just like our test. Next, they'll have a spiral notebook, and this is what we'll be using to work practice problems. Our second tab is our science tab. In science, the first 2 weeks of the first 9 weeks, we work on customary units. Then the rest of the 9 weeks, we'll be doing plants and animals and the human body. The second 9 weeks, the first 2 weeks, we'll spend on the metric system. Then we'll go into electricity and recycling and other science topics. Then the third 9 weeks, we will work on conversions with customary and metric units. Then we'll continue on with science. So for the first 2 weeks, we're doing customary units. So you can see we have our flashcards that they need to practice for 10 minutes every night. We have our study guide. And this is our science notebook, which will be foldables that we will work our foldables and we will put them inside this notebook. Science also, when we get through with science and we have a test, we will clean the science out, and everything that's in the science section of the binder should be current, what's going to be on the next test. Except for our flashcards for customary and metric, we will leave those in there all year because that is something that's a very difficult skill for them and something they need to practice on every day. Thank you, and I've enjoyed teaching your children. They are all so super smart and super sweet and super well behaved, and we are off to a great year. I tell them all the time it's very important for us to stay organized, so I will keep checking their binders and making sure they're keeping up with their stuff, but tell them everything has a place. When we get through checking homework, we'll put it in the math section, or if we have our science homework, we'll put it in the science section. Again, it will stay up to date, and as soon as we take a test, we will clean it out, and we will start again. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Nervis. For my class, you'll need a purple folder and a red folder. Each day we'll start with the purple folder. Inside of the folder, your child should have a zipper pouch that I provided for them, and it should have a mechanical pencil and 2 more pencils that they can use that are already sharpened, along with their OOPS cards. Each day we will do morning work from this folder. If your kid is here on Monday and Tuesday, they will complete day 1 and day 2 in class. If they're not here, they'll complete day 1 and day 2 at home. On Thursday and Friday, or the Team Arrows group will complete 3 and 4 at school. The other group, Team Clinton, will complete theirs at home. Once they finish doing day 1 of their morning work, we'll flip to the back and we'll do day 1 of proofreading on the back. They'll finish day 1 and 2 if they are Team Clinton at the school, and if they are Team Arrows, they will finish that at home. The other group will finish Wednesday and Thursday at school, which would be Team Arrows, and Team Clinton will finish that at home. For my class, your child will have a red folder. In that red folder, there should be nothing in the pockets. If it is, clean it out. We don't need it there. All of their newsletters should be in the front. We'll take it out and put the newest newsletter on the top each week. It'll tell you everything that you have to do for the week in our class and when things are due. So you have the homework section that lets you know what homework they need to get done. It breaks it down by teams. This is Team Clinton in black, Team Arrows in red. Be sure to read this. It'll tell you what we're covering this week in class. It'll tell you also when our tests and quizzes are. Make sure you pay attention to the team that your kid is on to make sure that they are prepared on the right day. If your child is a kid who comes every day, then they'll need to just do their work with Team Clinton. Important dates and reminders are located at the bottom. Be sure to pay attention to those to make sure that you are kept abreast of what's going on in class. So the newsletter will always be first. Then you'll have your vocabulary terms that they'll be studying, and we'll let you know on the front when those quizzes are. So for our first quiz, it'll be September the 8th for Team Clinton and September the 10th for Team Arrows. But these are vocabulary words that they'll be studying, and then they'll have their homework packet that will be immediately following. After the homework section, we have a resource section. So if your kid is struggling with something at home that we've covered in class, we have put together a resource section so that they can go back and review any skill that they need to review. Thank you.